How you doing, folks? Another plastering video today. Obviously, that's the scene that we're going to be looking at today. It's just been SBR'd, so now it's starting to get really tacky. I'm going to mesh this, which I'll show you now. Now, the good thing about this with the mesh, okay, now because the SBR becomes really sticky, I tend to use rendering mesh. Okay, put it on, and then go over the top of it. What you'll generally find is it'll stick to the previous SBR that you've put on once it goes tacky. But you must allow it to go tacky on the ceiling first, or on the walls rather. So yeah, once it's gone tacky, guys, then you can apply it to the ceiling, just like that. That's what I'm going to do for the remainder part of things. But this point, oh, that bit there, that needs filling in first, and then obviously applying over the top with the mesh. But that's exactly what you should do, guys. If you've got any render mesh on the van, just SBR it and put it on the ceiling. Just make sure you always overlap it. So yeah, always overlap exactly what you're doing. I'm just going to get my knife so you can still hear me. But got a few bits and bobs outside. Like I say, just overlap it about 100 mil, just like you would if you was doing any of the rendering. But to be fair, you probably wouldn't really have to with this kind of stuff anyway, because it's a bit different to the rendering. But it's good practice too anyway, if I'm honest. But yeah, good thing, a rule of thumb, guys, get rid of any stringy parts, okay? Because they'll always start to filter the way back. Bloody nightmare. Okay. But just overlap it slightly. Obviously, that's starting to tacky up now. And then just apply a little bit more over the top. And you will find, guys, that it will start to stick. Because SBR, guys, sticks like you wouldn't believe. Down a bit there. There you have it, folks. Just cut the excess off what you don't really need. Job done. See, I would rather use this mesh than scrim tape. This is a lot more wide. Well, you can cut it to whatever size you want. But there you go. Happy days. Move on to the next. Now, guys, go on to the angle beads. Nice corner bead there, guys, for this light here. What I tend to do, guys, is 9 times out of 10 I'll use a tape measure, but sometimes it's easier not to. But obviously, because this room's quite decent, I can literally offer it up and then just cut it where I need it. Hopefully it's about 1 millimetre too big, yeah, which I was grateful for. So now, just cut that little bit off. Just chamfer it in just a little touch. What I mean by chamfer it in, guys, is that just chamfer it in just a little touch, just so the corners don't touch each other. Well, you want these corners to touch each other, obviously, but not these. Okay, so yeah, poor customer had a leak. It's gone straight through the whole of the property. Shame, really. Things happen like that. I'm supposed to do a little ceiling in the living room, but the leaks occurred again. So she's in another predicament. There we go, little tack nails. Yeah, you can use scrim tape on this. Just put scrim tape across the top. Obviously this has been restudied up here. So I'm just going to tack little panel pins. Little panel pins through there. And that'll hold that in nice and neat. Well, that one ain't. That one's got it. So a bit of a all over the gaff really, the ceiling is. But I just want it skimmed. And I don't want anything levelled at all or anything like that. So the thing is, guys, it's you got to do what the customer wants at the end of the day. I think she just wants it done, bless her. As it's gone through the 3 rooms, done the ceiling in there, which you've seen the video on YouTube. If you haven't, go over there and check it out. That's on a boarded ceiling. This one's a painted ceiling. But yeah, that's ready to go now. As you can see, guys, it seems like I'm miles away, but I've got my little microphone on there, which is working a treat. So if it is working a treat, just give me a thumbs up, guys, so you can hear it well. I'm just trying it out today. Just when I'm doing my videos, I have to keep running bloody back to talking to you guys. Yeah, so I put this one back in there now. Same again, little panel pins. Marvellous and marvellous. Yeah, make sure it's fitted right to the ceiling, right up to it, so obviously there's nothing flapping around. If there's any flapping around, guys, you will find that when you come to plaster it, there will be some form of movement and it will just de-lead in. So I'll be really vigilant of that. Just cut it just over what I need. Just over what I need. And then when I offer it back up, then I can make sure I've got that right. That's it, just a couple of mil off there, chamfer the front off. Try it again. There ain't no right or wrong ways of doing this, guys. You just need the bead on, that's all it is, nice and neat, connected to the other one. Because otherwise you won't look any good. But I will give this one close-ups, guys, so don't worry. So I'll make sure that bead is touching that bead and bring that down just a touch to marry up to that one. And that one's being a nice fit there. That's it, and then we can put some scrim tape over that if need be. Sorry guys, you've got your back towards you now. But preparation is key, guys, okay? Make sure your preparation is key. So I know a lot of plasterers being like, you know, you need to get the plaster on, you need to get the plaster on because the day's chasing you. Do the preparation properly and the plastering will move slowly, move a lot quicker without any dramas. So always bear that in mind, guys. Preparation is key. So there's a different level here now with the ceiling part, so you have to make sure that you get these levels just right. And it's absolutely baking outside, guys. I'm not too sure where you lot are. It's absolutely baking outside. And where you can see in this mini skylight here, the sun is absolutely beaming through. So therefore, that will have to be put on last. Just because of it going off sort of thing on you. So you're going to be chasing your tail in that corner. So what I'm possibly going to do is SBR the plasterboard. So everything is being SBR'd and therefore everything should dry out exactly the same. Because what SBR does, guys, beautiful. What SBR does, guys, is give it a consistent drying time because it's like a rubber base, like a latex rubber. So once you've once you've SBR'd everything, it doesn't matter if it's plasterboard over your ceiling in general, it should all dry at the same time. Okay, so I'll show you more in the video. Okay then, folks, there's a little hole in the ceiling. Now I don't want to mix anything up in terms of my electric mixer, so what I'm going to do is, guys, this. Got a little bit of water in there, but 1 or 2 handfuls of this of plaster. Use your fork. Okay? Just use your fork, and it'll create that mix for you. Okay. Like I say, guys, you need to make sure that your preparation is done beforehand, way before, because it makes your ceiling. There you go, guys. See? You can see that? Ready to rock, that is now. Now, multi-finish plaster. All that'll do now for me, fill in any voids. So all I'm going to have to do now is use the Marshalltown, a nice flat trowel. Okay, so you can get you one here. Nice flat trowel, bring that back. Oy, there. Now this is quite a deep. That one there's quite a deep hole that is. So if you try to just put mesh over the top of that, it's going to be a bit much. Okay. Well, there's loads of ways you can do it, guys. There ain't no wrong or right. Get it, fill it in. Just come across straight. Get it, fill it in. Come across straight. Now I've created a nice flat ceiling now. So you can just let that pick up. See, and everything is there, is nice and flat. Other than that. Beautiful. Happy days. Sorry guys, a little bit. The doorbell keeps ringing. So I don't think it will. Just connected to my phone through the mic. So yeah, that's all I've got left. There's a few little holes in that next door, which I'm just going to fill for while that picks up, and then we'll get a mix on. But yeah, tip number 1 of the day. Okay then, folks. Make sure. Now this is for beginners, okay? Not for the pros out there. Just a little tip. Just make sure, guys, everything's cleaned out and wet. Okay. Make sure you've got a washout bucket. Make sure that you've got the right stuff around you, guys, before you start to do the job. Okay. It's imperative, guys, that you get everything ready before you start. Now, if you don't do that, okay, basically what's going to happen is you're going to start doing the job, and all of a sudden, oh, I need this. Poof, back out to the van, back in. Just get everything in. Prep do the prep, get everything in, let everything set, and then you're good to go. Okay, I'll do it. Now guys, obviously that's all been filled in now. Okay, filled in, so obviously new set of mesh. Okay, so easy to cut. Great material, to be fair. It's super thin, but you don't only have to do it on rendering, you can do it on your plastering jobs. Okay, like I said before guys, get rid of any of the, the little strands. Get rid of the strands, and then we can just offer that back in now with a touch of SBR. Not too much. No, not too much. So flip it on. And then offer this in. Like I say guys, there's no wrong way of doing this. Just as long as it's on nice and flat, prevent any cracking in the ceiling, in that area whatsoever. Because you've infilled it and now you've obviously covering it up with your mesh. And if you do have any parts that's sticking up, just get your Stanley and just cut that line and it'll go completely flat. Boom. So guys, now that'll stay there now, that won't come off. Go a little bit down that corner there and Bob's your uncle. Okay folks, just to finish off the prep work, time for a touch of scrim tape. Now, this is the normal scrim tape guys if you're a beginner. And that's the rendering mesh. Now this is not sticky, this is, but the pink one in this size is super sticky. So this is all I've got on the van today, to be fair. If you do ever find yourself not finding the end, just do this thumb to thumb and you'll find it. Okay. Now what this is doing guys, in the corners of these, so to prevent any cracking. Okay. Cut a little bit off, find it in the corners, and then just offer it in as tight as possible, tight as you can get it, and you won't go far wrong. If you leave it sagging, you'll create an air pocket. If you create the air pocket, that's where you might still get a crack in that corner. Not always prevent any cracking, guys, in plastering, because it's caused by shrinking. So it's got the same elements as wooden floor, really. It stretches, shrinks, stretches and shrinks. But if you do get like an airline crack somewhere, I doubt it'll crack again in that same area, because that's the shrinkage crack. But you can't stop them, guys. So give the plasterers some slack if you have any plastering done by somebody. If there's a crack somewhere on a wall, but there's only one, it's called shrinkage cracks. There ain't a lot you can do about it, to be fair, other than polyfill it and sand it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that neither. Leave those as is now. But yeah, they're called shrinkage cracks, and if they shrink, it cracks, it expands slightly. Give the plasterers some slack, eh? You know, we work hard on the job. They're like, oh, we got a little bit of a crack here, a bit of poly, a bit of sand job, then it won't crack again. But SPR'd, all ready to go. I'll show you on the next one. See, now what I'm doing now, folks, where I've patched up with the plaster, just going to run a little bit of SPR over it, so it's exactly the same as the ceiling now. Just run some SPR over the plasterboard as well. You know, some plasterers on here saying, yeah, but you get less suction on the plasterboard. I don't care. It is absolutely red hot, and preparation is key for me. I don't want to be chasing my tail on a plastering ceiling on a sunny day. Okay, folks. So that's at all SBR on. So the whole job now, guys, is at SBR all over it, even the patches. So now you can have 5 minutes, have a coffee, let everything completely dry, and there'll be no chasing your tail with this job at all, because everything is got a blanket of SBR. Now, PVA might be a different story. The heat, the humidity in here, as soon as you put water, the water out the plaster onto the ceiling, it starts to reactivate the glue. I don't like PVA glue. It depends on what I'm using. Maybe I need some suction to go off quick. I don't want this to go off quick. This is the only thing I've got to do today, so I want it done proper, because I've done the ceiling underneath there. Now this one's got to marry and do exactly the same, because that one underneath there was on plasterboard. This one is got all different kinds of finishes. So what I tend to do is SBR the whole job. It's a blanket of suction that'll just activate itself. Remember that, guys, okay? Remember. Okay then, folks, tools that we'll be using today. So we'll be starting off with the Marshalltown. It's 14-inch. Obviously the flattening time, so we've got the flattening time. You can use the Ox 16-inch or the refiner spatula, 900 I believe. And right at the end, guys, is the flexi. Now the reason why this sponge is here, guys, yeah, is if it does start to pull in really quick and you start losing the sealing, which you won't, because obviously the SBR, as you can see there, looks starting to go glossy. It just dries in minutes, 20 minutes done. But yeah, if it does start to pull in quick, bit of water, rub up with that, back over with the flexi, job done. Okay, guys. Okay then, folks. We'll start to oh, not sure if it's working. Yeah, I'm gonna start to knock a mix up now. And the first mix, guys, me personally, because of the condition of the ceiling, definitely a creamier mix for the first point. Creamier mix. Full bag. Bagged up. Striking it. Now, like I said before, guys, I've SBR'd the plasterboard. The whole ceiling has been SBR'd, even over the top of the mortar finish that I knocked up earlier. The current time is now 10:43. I've been here since 9. About 9, about 9:15. So yeah, just about to we're knocking the first mix up now, so we're just about to start the actual job. Really fine cream, guys. See, a lot of people have it too wet. Now, I understand that, because Bearing in mind if it's a little bit too wet when you've got a big ceiling or a big area to put on with. But if you haven't, nice and creamy, keep the body of the mix. The minute you put it onto the ceiling super thin, the amount of light you can take off, so you start seeing the ceiling or the wall through the plastering. Always make sure you put enough water in, but just be mindful of how much you put in. You want a nice, creamy, consistent mix. All the way around the bucket. Watch as well, guys. Watch for when you're spinning it, the air pocket in the actual plastic will pop up in the air. So always when you finish spinning, lift your you mix it out. So like this, like you say, spinning, lift out. No air pockets will come up. Otherwise, there you have it. Clean everything off. Put that over to this side. Clean it there. One thing about plastering, guys, you should never rush. If you've done everything that you need and you haven't put enough and you haven't put too much on, you can control the day. If you start running around like a lunatic, throwing this, that down, you'll lose a lot of your stuff. And what I mean by lose a lot of your stuff is you'll have an area that you forgot about. Trust me, I used to do it. Obviously, get you bored. You've seen this in previous videos, and it'll just stay there, guys, so you can control it through the day. Okay. Start in this corner here, not too close to the wall, then go back to it and drag. Not too close to the wall, then go back to it and then drag. Filling all your corners nice and neat. Don't rush it. First coat, remember. Just don't rush any of your work. You rush, you look tacky. Backwards and forwards, filling any hollows. Stretch as far as you can. Not too close, about an inch away from the ceiling, then go back straight to the ceiling, give it a little shimmy, inch away from the ceiling, back to the ceiling, sorry, back to the wall line, and then take control of it. So about an inch away, back to the corner, shimmy. And just flatten that. Whee. That's a nightmare about spotlights. They're everywhere. Cobwebs. Yeah. Take your time. If your mix is nice and creamy, you'll never run out of it. In terms of the water will dry up. You've got enough in it. Back to the ceiling line. Up and round. Come back. Back to the ceiling line. Up and back. That's all you need to do, guys. Before you know it, you've gone around all your ceiling. Stretch as far as you possibly can. Back to your ceiling line. both. And now I can go around my bead. This is the main important thing of this job really. That's the first thing that people's eyes will see, is this bead. Inch away, go back to the corner, flatten. Inch away, flatten. Gonna make plastering fun again, guys. People are a bit like, oh god, it's so hard to do it, it's too much hard work. It's only hard work if you make it hard work. As long as you've got enough mix in the bucket, got all your tools ready, what can actually go wrong? Unless the ceiling drops off, because you ain't prepped it properly. Once you've prepped it properly, you should have no worries. First coat is like anything else, guys, the base coat. If you spray a car, you have to put a base coat on it. If you paint a wall, you've got to put a base coat on it. That's the same with the plastering. It's a base coat for your nice top coat. Then what I'm doing now is using the front of my trowel just to get around the edges. And then I'm going to marinate into everything else. As you can see like that, so I've got a lot of movement now. There, look. So, come back to that wall there, flatten off. Beautiful. Use the back of my trowel there. Use the front of my trowel just to go underneath there, nice and neat. Come across nice and straight. Boom. See guys, I'm not rushing at all. I'm thinking about right cleanliness, thinking about nice and tight into my corners. Keep rubbing my nose, guys, I'm sweating. So at this point here now, I can run that bead, fill that in, and follow it round. And I can come back this way and marry into it. See? It's all a big puzzle, guys. Get wet to wet. And come across nice and straight. Try and flatten it as you're going along. Okay, now, because obviously this side has been done first, just jump back over this side for a bit. Just while it's got this dry edge. And then come back like an half moon. Come back on yourself. See? Now that's got like a nice fresh edge to it now because I've just put some more on. Back over to this side. You can do whatever you want, guys, to be fair. There's no wrong or right way. Basically, the job is get it on the ceiling as clean and as fast as you can if you can do. Go back to my sealing line, pull it round, pull it round, pull it round, fresh, pull it round, and pull it round. Bead, offer it in, really embed it into that bead. There you go. There you have it, folks. That's the way to do it. Woo. Okay then, folks, first coat's all on. The time is now, get up, 10:56. So 10:56, first coat's on, flatten now, and away we go. Flatten it as best you can. I'm going to use the Ox plastic towel, just because I like to use it, to be fair. Get it in here. Just gets it nice and flat. Obviously it's pulling in now, so it's a case of like just getting it as flat as you possibly can. And then what we can do then is just jump straight on with the second coat, because this is lovely and creamy. Lovely and creamy. See, folks, next to nothing coming off. Yeah, and you can tell it's all in uniform look. See? Bloody lights. And another thing, guys, if you're a beginner, you know these steps I'm using, use them properly. Step down the back of the step, because you will hurt yourself. And what I mean by that is I'll demonstrate to you in a second. Follow your bead. Follow your bead. Now bearing in mind, guys, this is a base coat. First coat is always a base coat. So, you know, down the step. And then come off. You start jumping off here, guys, you start jolting your back. I sound like your dad's. See, no longer all right. Flatten it off. Any of the excess, like I said in my other videos, get rid of the stuff on the back. Go back over to this side. Flatten that in. Come up your bead. Back over to this side. I know it's like a ping pong ball, guys, but with the sun, you always need to keep an eye on where you started, where the sun's coming in, where the heat's generated, up the corners, etc. Taking your time allows you to do work to look neat. It saves all the hard graft towards the end when you clean it up. You know that fastest, put it on as fast as you can, put it on as fast as you can. What's the point? I know what the point is. Get it on, get it done, get gone. Don't need that, guys. You just need to take your time and get nice and clean. Like I said to you before, previous videos, you made for a day's work. You can book it in other jobs alongside things and rush in. I know we all want to be millionaires, but sometimes, guys, it don't happen like that. It's okay, you can do like bits of patching here, bits of patching there, but when you're doing jobs like this that can be quite awkward and quite, you know, quite thinkable, just don't plan anything else on the day. Because God forbid if anything ever happened. I'm letting clients down. Getting a bad name means no work. No work, no bills. Basically, you've got no work, can't pay them. And especially if you're renting accommodation or something like that, and you've got no work coming in because of your untidy workmanship, or you're constantly letting people down, they move on to the people that are reliant on. So it's as simple as that, guys. Now this is here. Got to get this nice and ready because the sun's beaming through. This is like a little greenhouse up here. However, the SBR has done exactly what I wanted it to. Now I've just flattened the ceiling and this is completely still. See? SBR, anything that you feel is going to cause you a problem during that day, because if you don't, it'll catch you out. This is here now because I can get this in there, which is a great sign really. Get that in there and flatten it off. Flatten all my corners, tidy them up. That sun is absolutely horrendous. Now obviously guys, up here, it's not going to be the best as of yet, obviously. What's the first coat? Sorry guys, what it does, it takes out all the background noise these mics do, so they're quite good to be fair. Especially if you've got like some noise or somebody screaming in the back. Screaming, kids. Right, first coat. Look at this. Now that's ready to go now. So, because that's flat, yeah, because that's all flat, whee, I've got enough in there now to jump straight back on. Now normally flatten it off, knock a new mix up depending on the size, but now that is ready to go. I can hit that again now, boom, all over. And then all I've got to do is concentrate on getting the corners nice and neat, etc. So, you see what I'm saying? If you take your time, get the preparation done properly first, key. Oh, look at this lot here. And that's because of that bad boy out there. But that's ready now, and I didn't have to use my big spatula because I've controlled it with the small spatula trowel. So now I'm just going to hit it again now with the second coat, and hopefully I want to be done for, it's 11:04 now, I want to be done for 1. The sun's out, the beer garden's going to be done. Okay, here we go, second coat. 6 minutes past 11. Flat, give it a shake. Boom. Exactly the same procedure as before, guys. But obviously, keep it as flat as you possibly can now. Nice and neat into the corners. We'll do exactly the same as you did the first time. And still remembering that we've got that little skylight that sun is baking on. So maybe during putting this on, I'll just have a quick check and then jump back on. Don't cost nothing, guys, just to keep checking your work. Come back. Oh dear. You need the wetness of the plaster. I'm going over it now in a second. Let's just move this up for a second. Beautiful mix. And this is down to making sure I put enough water in, making it a creamy mix. A creamy mix is far better than a thin, wet one, trust me. Sorry guys, I'll move you guys over in a second. Just get this corner on, and then I'll shimmy you over. Nobody likes to watch nothing, do they? And that's the reason why you don't jump off your spots. See? Boom. Tricky areas, guys, just take your time with them, don't rush them. These corners need to look just as good as any other corner on the job, if better, because this separates the men from the boys. You can get corners nice and neat behind pipes and stuff like that. It's a job well done for yourself. And when people look at it, I'm like, wow, really took his time in them corners and made them look neat. See, just gliding completely over the second coat now. Am I rushing? No. Am I enjoying it? Yeah. Everything into your bead. Constantly feed your bead. And that way, I should move the step really. But also, guys, because it's so thick and creamy, nothing comes off my hook. You see? All this, go fast, get it thin, get it on. And you don't want that, you want it creamy. If I say creamy again, because it really sticks to the board, sticks to the ceiling, sticks to your trowel. And you know yourself that there ain't going to be no real, sorry guys, and you know yourself that there ain't going to be really no soft spots for like dry spots and that. Just talk all uniform. You can actually feel it when you pour it on, guys, when it's nice and creamy. Creamy again. We have some fun, don't we, folks? We have some fun. See? In theory, I'm going to go back over to this corner there now. Just do exactly what you did previously. Swing round, up on your bead. Yeah, swing round, up on your bead. Swing round, up on your bead. See me, folks? I'm back over to this corner now. Finish this corner off. Come straight in, not too close to the wall, and just spread it right out. Spread it right out, marry into everything that you've touched, and then get your lines nice and neat. About an inch away maybe, and then just follow your line. I will be investing in some of those tall boys. They're called tall boys, I think. Them orange boots. I know what you're going to say. But you know what? Up and down these ladders keeps you fit, mind you. Obviously, it's all paid for, but so it's getting up and down, up and down. See, remember this part here, guys, with that mesh? Completely gone in the first coat, so you're never going to see it in the second coat regardless. Flatten, take off, drag. Put it in there. Marry up to all the kind of plaster that you put on over that side. Marry up. Beautiful. See, everything's starting to have a wet edge now. Just be mindful when you stand on people's stuff, guys. Okay, ask them first. And there you go. There's all my wet edges. And I've married in now to that one. So all I've got to focus on now is this and the greenhouse. And the thing is, doing it like this, guys, not knocking up a second mix, does make the day go a little bit quicker. I understand that, totally understand that. But if you don't get the mix right, you probably won't have enough time to do everything and still be, how can I put it, not stressed with the job, because mine's still creamy. Now other people have made theirs super wet, it's dried, they haven't added any other water to it or whatnot, threw it on, and that's where you get all that shoulder pain coming from. That's what they call this a young man's game. I'm 42. You find an easier way to do the job. It's like anything, guys. Find easier ways to do it. Now, I had someone in the comments saying, like, you shouldn't be using plastics. You shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. I hear what you're saying, buddy. I hear what you're saying. However, they're there for a reason, my man. And basically, it takes out all this. And you lower back as we're getting older, mate. It gets hard. Yeah, that's all done. So I'll jump onto this now. Nice and thick. People, it's like cars, isn't it, guys? People like what they like. And some people stay to what they know. Stick to the older cars, they don't break down, which is understandable. These new cars, they've got all this new gear in it, 100%. But people like to have these new stuff, and that's why people are liking the new refiner stuff, the new Marshalltown stuff, the Nella stuff, the flexes, the spatulas, because they do help you out in so many ways. Like up here now, it's the greenhouse. So I know I'm going to probably use the sponge a bit later on today. Just use your knuckle and then pull him down nice and straight. And I'll get a corner trowel in that bit there and that there. Just absolutely fill it up. Fill the whole job up, fill in all them beads. across your bead. Come across your bead. Beautiful. Get in between there. That's a godsend, to be fair. That lip. Get here. See, this one's had no sun on it, so that one's really premium. But the SBR has saved more bacon. Because I would be literally chasing my tail now. I'd have to re-flatten it. But that is absolutely phenomenal. Got everything what I needed right. And there you go, guys. Second coat. All done. 11, 19. Clean everything off, clean all my buckets out, and start flattening, taking my time. Aim for that 1 o'clock mark. Okay, folks. Okay, I'm going to use one of these corner trowels now. Now, I've normally got, is this Manila? No, it's the Ragin. Whatever this is, it's called the Ragin. I had this years ago. But the new Nella one's nice. I like the Nella one. What I like about these guys, these corners. Now, the other one, I think the Marshalltown come out straight, and now they tend to drag. These don't, okay? All your corners, nice and steady. Dragging nice and neat like that. Beautiful corners and more. If you use these too early, guys, you start getting like a ripple. Okay, so do these on the second coat, not the first. Use the trowel to do the first one. Do everything you do on the second coat, guys. Now, as you're aware, this, let's put it over here, mate, so you can see. This is my second coat with the same mix, so I'm not going to use my trowel as much. I'm going to use the spatula now, okay, to a bigger area so I can play catch up with a lot of stuff. Wet him down. Completely wet him down. Always wetting everything down. Okay, with Rafina 900 spatula, absolute godsend. As soon as this one's gone, I'm buying me a new one. Straight away. Nice and neat into your corners. Shimmy to your left or your right. Shake your body all night. And then just flatten everything off. Takes out all that hard work. Now you think about it, guys. You've got a 13-inch trowel or a 22-inch trowel, okay? You ain't never gonna flatten the ceiling as quick as that. Okay, there you are, you ain't Houdini. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible, guys. People that I'm a bit sceptical about these, let's go and buy one. Let's go and get one off for free now. The skim one, the speed skim from Ox is another good one. But I tend to use that if I've got like a long ceiling that I can't really reach or get to. And then I put a fitment onto this here like that. And then I completely drag it down the ceiling. But with this one, it's easy monitored. You can really play with this type of thing because it ain't too big. You see? See this one here now has got a little bit of a ridge in there. Lent it to somebody, which I shouldn't have. But he's got to cost some screws. Got to cost some screws, put some rivets in it. End of the day, marvellous. Well, as you can see there, guys, look at that. I can literally go over the other side of the room and flatten off. It's mad. I don't know how people can say these ain't the way forward. It's absolutely phenomenal. And look, taking next to nothing off, but it's all nice and parallel, look. See? Pretty much all the same all the way through. I don't know. Maybe people think, you know, the old days and the way forward, but that's where all the myths come from. It's a young man's game. It's not a young man's game. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game plastering is. Just get some tools that's going to make things easy for you. It's like same scenario. If you're going to do some woodwork, you ain't going to nail everything, are you? When you can, oh, I'll have somebody in the comments there, but you ain't going to nail everything in a piece of wood. If you can scoop with the drywall screw, DeWalt screwdriver, Makita or anything like that, are you? They're going to sit there and screw everything when you've got an impact drill. It's the same scenario, guys. These are about to make the jobs easier. In theory, it's imperative that these companies make things like this to keep the trade alive. Because if it's too hard, nobody will want to do it. Like this now, straight from there, straight across there, straight across my bead, and completely move over to that one. Now, how long would it take me with the trowel? Yeah, I've done it. Took me about what? 3 minutes talking to you guys and doing it. It's flat. I've just got to run over it now with my trowel and tidy up my corners and start my stages. Guys, it's a no-brainer, man. No-brainer. Hence why people are starting to use the sponges. All of a sudden, Facebook's flooded with people using sponges. Why do they use sponges? Because they can put more plaster on the ceilings and the walls, and if they lose them, they can go over with a sponge, bring it all back, and then flatten it. That's the way they're doing it. That's the only way of them doing it, guys. Follow the systems. When I started using these before, I was like, oh, I don't like it. Get used to it. Once you get used to it, that's it then. Everything will change. You won't go out the house unless you've checked that you've got this in the van. Because I'll tell you that now, if your ceiling's going off on you for some unknown reason, this spatula will get you out of trouble. Bad, fast. Sorry guys, I know you can't see me, but you can still hear me. Yeah, just take off all that, put that in there. I've got loads of stuff in that tub there. See what I mean, guys? I'll give you a visual, just a quick one before we start knocking about. There you go. Okay, so there's the beginning of it. It's completely flat. Next to no olives in it, or marks or defects in it, or hollows, because you've took it out with the trowel prior to it. Now, what I've got to do is flatten it now with my normal flat trowel, water trowel, etc. and job done. Now it's got to contend with this little greenhouse. But if I do lose that up there, which I won't because it's been SBR'd, use my sponge, flatten it off with the trowel. So up here now, I'll use my refiner flecky, okay? Because it's my second coat on the first mix. So what that means is, this is going off a little bit quicker than it would do if it was a second fresh mix. But straight from there, leave, straight from there, up. Oh, that sun's terrible. Straight from there, across, straight from there, across. Now, because I've done the corners nice and neat with the corner trowel, I haven't really got a lot to mess around with up here. See, bit of water on there now. Or I'll show you what they do. That now, sort of going off. Sponge trowel. Okay? Trowel. Completely flat. That's what these are used for, guys, to get you out of jail. You ain't got to keep using the same old trowel and the same old tools. Beautiful. See, done. Good movement. And there you have it, folks. First, second, flatten, 11:43. 11:43. Now I've just got to let this pull in now. Straight over with the refiner. Clean up all my edges. Water towel. Smell you later. Okay, folks. Battery died. So I just had to charge it, but I've just got round here now, so I'm coming across this way now with the water towel with the flex. A little bit of water. I always use a little squirter bottle. Brush your lining. Bring it out as far as you possibly can. As far as you possibly can. Make sure your line's nice and neat. Same scenario there. Beautiful. Anything like this, guys, with a light, just go around it with a brush first. Any, just in case you've got any hard spots or bits that have dried slightly, because obviously if it's a plasterboard ceiling, 9 times out of 10, the plaster will stick to the inner side of it. But yeah, this has gone on absolutely like a dream, guys, especially in this weather as well. Humid, it's warm in here. You've got 2 sides, you've got a kitchen and an open garage that side. I'll say it again, guys, it's all about the mix and the prep. If you've got the mix properly with enough water, nice and creamy, not too wet, you will have loads of playing time. And honestly, guys, I hope to take something from my plastering videos. I love sharing them. I love making them, to be honest. Bit of water over, follow your way around. Always pull into the bead. Imperative to keep bringing it into the bead. And I'm basically now back where I started. And that is absolutely fantastic. Now, look at this sweat coming out. This is how warm it is in here, guys. And I haven't lost this ceiling. This ceiling's been absolutely treacle. Now I'll show you different views if I can. Now I'm holding a tripod, but obviously I'm going to start attacking that in a minute. But the whole ceiling itself, guys, flat, no voids, absolutely nothing in it. There's obviously the shadows, because obviously there's all different lights coming through that skylight. But honestly, guys, I cannot believe how well this has gone on. And what I tend to do as well, guys, you know, with the lights, wait for these to pull in slightly, and then just go, and then just go. So see if I can do it. Absolutely not. Just go around them. Just go around them with a nice sharp trowel or something, and then you don't break it off. Then when you do your final trowel, oh my god! Whew. I haven't had a beer. This is how warm this room is, and this is how nice this ceiling is. See? Preparation is key. Get the mix right. Get the preparation done before it. You will not fall short with plastering. Stop saying and letting people say to you, it's a young man's game. Because it's not. It's everybody's game. It just depends how you attack it. Tools, different tools. Use the up-to-date tools. They're there for a reason. And if you use the up-to-date tools, guys, you can't go far wrong. No, there's an area where I need to sponge, okay? So use the sponge like you would in rendering. Okay. This is completely flat up here now, but I'm just going to sponge the top in as best I can. Clean all my beads. This side here, oh my lord. But I would have lost it a lot more and a lot quicker if I had to put SPR on the plastic boards. But these now are completely done. I won't have to mess with these no more once I've cleaned these off. Probably just give it like a one salvo with the flattened trowel, just to give it that little bit of a spice over the top. Just to sprinkle a little bit of the good stuff on. And also the corners. Oh, I've gone a little bit. Use contra. Don't use corners, Joel. You only use towels. I know you do. That's why you're working too hard in corners. Use the good stuff. Guys, I hope you've liked the video. It's been great talking to you guys again. I know I'm just talking to a phone, but once I air this on YouTube, hopefully somebody follows the plan, follows the remit. As you can say, guys, job done. 12, 14. See you guys on the next one. Going in for the corner, brushing in, going round to my bead, pushing away for that little shine. Not too much, just enough. Okay, just enough, because otherwise I'll have to drop another key on it to start painting it. But yeah, over and out. There you go, guys. Job completely done. Absolutely amazing. All nice and cleaned up. No stress whatsoever. Job done. Client really happy with it, which is the bonus. I mean, guys, that was like a greenhouse, but like I say, guys, the thicker the mix, the better it is. But yes, guys, like I say, I don't know what else to say about it, guys. It's absolutely fucking phenomenal. Beautiful. Absolutely fun. Dabby, dozy. And now I've got the paint and decorating job off it now because she trusts me. Brilliant. Thank you. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. I need a beer. See you later, guys. And also, follow me on Facebook, guys. Shiny Wilkes, follow me on Facebook. You know, I've got a few followers on there now, guys, so I'll put different bits of construction work on there and different jargon on there. So follow me on Facebook, guys. Boom, click it, follow me, things will see what's going on. And obviously, the guys that follow me on Champagne Shine for YouTube. Enough respect, guys, thank you. Subscribers, thank you very much. All I'm trying to do is make the channel as good as I can get it with enough knowledge that I can help any beginner in the plastering, in the building kind of world and the DJing world. So yeah, thank you guys, enough respect, see you again on the next one.